What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with my 2018 Phillies Festival recap. Great event that takes place every year. The Phillies have been doing it for 20 plus years. It's an awesome event. It is for the fight against Lou Gehrig's disease. This year's took place June 21st, 2018. I've been going for years and years, and it is awesome. It's definitely just a fantastic opportunity for fans to meet some of their favorite Phillies, get autographs, add to their collection. It's a great opportunity for fans to give back. It's a great opportunity for the Phillies to raise a ton of money to benefit the ALS Association. It's awesome. I've been doing it for years, been going with family members, siblings in the past, my dad the last few years, and now as being part of this YouTube community, get to share it with fellow YouTubers. So this year, once again, met up with my buddy Ed, aka WeskerGriff. Great meeting up with Ed. Ed is one of the nicest guys on here. I will link his recap down below and at the end of this video. So Ed, thank you for the help. Ed kind of helped give me some information on some extra guys signing at different places, and then early on we were talking before the event, and Ed was actually the first one that found the station list of some of the guys who were signing, so you can kind of see who you had tickets for. So here's the program they give. This is the front of it, and as you can see, it's a pretty quick event. Gates open at 3:30, but players and coaches sign for the hour and 45 minutes, which is not long because the guys are spread throughout the stadium, so it takes time to get from station to station, and you have to wait, obviously, for some of them. So it's a quick-moving event. They also have a lot of cool stuff. As you can see here, they have some items for sale at their auctions. The one auction, silent auction, ended at 6:15, the other one 6:30. I did check them out. Did not make any purchases this year, but I have in the past. Here's kind of that map of the stadium. Not exactly the best camera angle for that, but you get the idea. And, well, my list here doesn't look as neat as Ed's does. I kind of use it as a Sharpie test and use it to kind of cross off when I get to stations and kind of plan out and plot out how I'm getting from one to the other. So did not get to them all, but got to quite a few. You get tickets, random tickets for selected stations, and those are the ones you can get. And then also many of the stations will take cash donations where you can pay for, it's generally speaking, it's $10, and you get the autographs at the booth. But certainly some are just too big and too filled and too long of lines for them to be able to do that. So I had 3 admission packages. My dad was there. He got a few for me, and then I hustled around and got the rest. But you had Jake Arrieta, who was a huge line. There were no cash donations there, so missed out on him. And then Reese Hoskins as well. He was one of the longer lines. And there were just a few others that I just didn't physically have time to get to. But overall, did pretty well. Like I said, it's a great event, and they also do grab bags as well. I will show off the cards and postcards that I got signed first. These are the ones I got done at the booths. I actually just went with cards this year. I have evolved into more of a autographed card collector than a baseball or bat or any of that stuff. I mean, I like that stuff, but it just takes up a lot of space and it's an expense. So I've kind of moved into cards. So here's the postcards I got. Luis Garcia was signing. Got him to sign a postcard. He wasn't actually announced to be part of this event, so he only has a couple Topps cards, and I did not have one with me. But I have, I think, both his Topps cards signed anyway. Here's Jasmine Valentin, son of the former big leaguer John Valentin. Got this postcard signed here. I actually got a card signed of him, and I was like, man, I can't wait till you have a Phillies card so I can get it signed. And he's like, take one of these. So he signed this. So that's nice. Tommy Hunter, former Oriole. Did not have any cards on me, so got that one signed. But the postcards are really nice. The Phillies do a great job with them. So they're always cool to collect as well. And then the rest are coaches. Rick Granitz, he's now the pitching coach. Used to be the bullpen coach. Jim Gott, who's a former big leaguer. I actually got a card of him signed too that I'll show off shortly. Jose Flores, he is the first base coach. And then Chris Young, So there's a couple Chris Youngs. This is not the Chris Young that pitched a few years ago. This is a Chris Young that pitched in the minor leagues and independent leagues and stuff like that. So really nice to get the postcards. Always like to add them to the collection. Next is the stack of cards I got signed. So did pretty well, as you can see. We'll go through them here. Got Victor Arano on his 2018 Bowman rookie. Nice signature there. Also got him on his just released 2018 Topps Series 2 rookie card. So Arano's got 3 cards. He's actually in Heritage as well, but he's on the triple with Crawford and Yaxel Rios. But nice bold blue signature there. I did have Aaron Nola. He was one of the bigger lines as well. And I actually had some better Nola cards, but did not have them with me. So of my choices, I decided to get this Topps Now card signed, and I think it turned out great. It's definitely a bright card, so the blue signature really pops on it. So a really nice one from Aaron Nola there, who's just turned into an absolute stud. He has really evolved, and he's been fantastic for the Phils the last 2 years. Here's the Valentine. I had this minor league card on the Raptors. Phillies acquired him from the Dodgers for, what the heck was his name? He was Fausto Carmona, then he changed his name to, I think Rodriguez. I forget what he changed his name to. Anyway, that's how Valentine was acquired. Next up, Jared Eichhoff. He was another surprise guy who was there. He was with Valentine. And I had this really nice black and white Gypsy Queen from last year that I wanted to get signed. So I had it with me just in case. It is serial number 250. I'm a big fan of the Gypsy Queen black and white cards. I just think they're really nice for autos. Hopefully Eichhoff can get healthy soon. He has not pitched yet this year. Here's his 2018 Topps card from Series 2. Then I also got Nick Pivetta, and if you watched Ed's video, or if you do, he'll mention something about the Topps Heritage, and that's what he said to me. He's like, oh, short print, cool. And he signed it for me, so beautiful card. Topps Heritage, always one of the best cards to get signed, so it looks great. Here is the Jim Gott. Jim Gott, I believe, was with Pivetta, and I really didn't do my research. I got to be honest, this is the weakest year of Phillies coaches ever in terms of fan desire for autographs, only because they're not guys that Philadelphia fans are familiar with. And honestly, I think Jim Gott is the only one who is a former big league player. The rest of them are all minor league guys or guys who played independent ball or have been coaches. And so right before the event, literally 5 minutes before I left, I was like, you know what, I have to have Jim Gott cards somewhere. So I have stacks of priority mailboxes, like literally probably 50,000 junk era cards, junk wax era cards. And so I ripped one open and I took 2 handfuls and I just flew through them really quick just to see maybe I'd run into a Jim Gott, and I ran into this 92 Donruss. So I was like, all right, that's awesome. I'll bring that and get it signed. So turned out really well. So got really lucky finding that card because, believe me, the odds were not great. Here's Zach Eflin. Got this sweet Topps Now card signed in blue. He was there. He was supposed to be with Jake Thompson. Jake Thompson was unfortunately optioned to AAA earlier that day. You think they could have, I guess they wanted him in AAA to pitch, but it would have been great if they kind of held back and let him sign in the event first, but no big deal. Here's another Eflin, another Topps Now card. Zach does not have very many basic Topps cards. He has these 2 Topps Now cards. I'm not sure if they've released a regular Topps card. I don't remember them doing so. So he's probably in Bowman products and stuff as well. But hopefully they'll make an Eflin card in Topps Update this year. He's been pretty solid with the Phils. Now we have some Carlos Santana action. And this one here, it doesn't really show up too bad, but there's a little crease in the card right here. Santana, when he signed this one, he kind of had it sit against the table and held it straight and pushed on it, and it bent a little bit. Was able to straighten it out a bit, but either way, beautiful looking card. If you guys follow the channel, you know I am an Allen and Ginter just fanatic and fan, and that Cleveland Indians uniform, that looks amazing, signed in blue, so that's an awesome addition to the Ginter PC. And Santana's not one of the easier guys to get overall, and he doesn't do many signings. So when he does do a private signing, it's very expensive. So when I was able to go back and get some more with a donation, I did so. So here's another sweet one here, 2012 Allen and Ginter. Obviously, Santana had a lot of great seasons with the Indians, was a member of the American League Championship a few years ago, so wanted to get them. I'm also a huge fan of 1993 Finest Baseball. I think it's one of the most beautiful and iconic sets of all time. In 2013, they made a ton of these Baseball's Finest as an insert. They're actually really hard to come by. I picked up a Santana a while ago in hopes of eventually getting it signed. So I had this with me, and again, it was like a no-brainer to try and get that one done. So that is a beautiful auto there, really sweet. A lot of people already forget that Santana actually came up as a catcher the first few years of his career. And then, of course, wanted to add a Philly to the collection. So this is out of the Phillies team set. The team set that's put out, you can generally find them here in the area at your local Targets. At your local Target, you'll be able to find whatever your hometown team is. But beautiful blue signature there. I'd imagine they will have him in Topps Update, but he did not make the cut for Series 2 because he was in Series 1 as an Indian. Then we got Cesar Hernandez on a couple. So here's a really nice 2018 Topps card from Cesar Hernandez, who's become a really good player. Got this Topps Heritage card from last year. Beauty there. And then also got the Topps Now card signed. This is from the Phillies team set they put out every year. So really nice signature in blue right there from Cesar Hernandez. Got a Jorge Alfaro, really nice one there on the Topps Heritage card. Alfaro has just unbelievable power. He was with a coach, and the coach did not have a card. Shout out to Ed's brother, Charlie. He hooked me up with this Scott Kingery. He was in line with a cash donation and said, "Hey man, hand me your card." So I handed him the Kingery. Unfortunately, Dylan Cousins was with Kingery, and I actually handed my Dylan Cousins cards to my dad. I made a mistake thinking he was with MikeO Franco, and wasn't able to get Cousins signed because of that, but Ed's brother really hooked me up by getting me this Kingery, so that is beauty on a brand new Topps Series 2 rookie card. This is Austin Davis. Phillies literally called him up like 2 days ago. He has no cards. He has nothing. The Phillies didn't even have a postcard for him, so a lot of people weren't even getting anything signed because they didn't have anything unless they were doing a team ball. Thankfully, I brought some of these blank cards that I created a few years ago, so happy to add him to the collection. Really nice guy. We got Gabe Kapler here. My dad actually got this for me. He went and got him right away, so got this Boston Red Sox card. He was a member of the Red Sox World Championship team, if I remember right, so thought that'd be kind of neat. And then also got the really nice Topps Heritage card signed. It's a beautiful card. So I actually had like 8 or 9 Kapler cards. I had a lot of cool ones that I could have considered, but I thought this one was awesome. I gave my Allen and Ginter to Ed to get signed because I actually had Kapler already on a Ginter. So I know if you watch his video, you can see that it looks really good. Here is another one of my blank cards. Got that one from Pedro Florman. Thankfully, I gave my dad one of these blank cards, and he used it to get Florman because, well, I didn't give him my Pedro Florman card because I had given him Cousins instead. So he had got in line for me for Franco. I was running late and was going to run out of time, so he went and got in line, and I just handed him the stuff, and then I went off to get my last ticketed item, which was Cesar Hernandez. So he got this Franco on the 2018 Topps card, which looks pretty solid. And then he also got him on this 2018 Gypsy Queen black and white parallel. Again, numbered to 50. So if you're trying to make this set, well, there's only 49 left without a signature because I got this one signed in blue. So it looked pretty good. So that's the selection of cards I got. Obviously, did pretty well, got a lot of them. So let me show off real quick some of the grab bag items. The Phillies grab bags are fantastic. They do them every year. They have a bunch of stuff in there. I got this t-shirt, Be Bold t-shirt from opening day. That was in one, along with a baseball, an autographed baseball. Got this really nice Phillies hat. It's a pretty expensive hat. I think it's got a $28 tag on it. So that was in there. The grab bags are $20 each. You get some sort of item with it. The one that my dad bought, he actually got the Charlie Manuel bobblehead. So here's a little look at it. It's going to be hard to show off, but 780 wins, winningest manager in Philadelphia. Phillies history. The bobblehead actually features him holding that trophy, so it is commemorating the 2008 World Series. But cool bobblehead, and it also came with a Maikel Franco autographed hat, so that's pretty neat. And then the 5 I bought were all baseballs by request. This was the end of the day. You can't really do this early in the day, but at the end of the day, they will let you kind of say, hey, do you have baseballs? So I was able to get them. A couple came with t-shirts like I showed off. A couple came with hats. I did really well. In the past, they've been tough, but I got Vince Velasquez here, which is a really good one. Vince Velasquez, one of the starting pitchers, has amazing stuff. And then I also got Nick Williams, outfielder Nick Williams, who has a ton of potential. These are official Major League Baseballs, and they do have certification, so it's a great deal. For $20, you get a school bag, you get an autographed baseball, and you get maybe some bonuses. Here's a Carlos Santana baseball, signed nicely in blue. Next up, I got all-star outfielder Odubel Herrera, who's just had a really good year. He's been really clutch. He was an all-star a couple years ago and has a chance to do so again this year. He's probably the Phillies' best opportunity for representative, but, Nola probably has a chance as well. And I did get an Aaron Nola signed nicely in blue, so did really well in the grab bags. 5 autographed baseballs, all guys who really contribute to the team. I would say Vince Velasquez is the weakest one, and Velasquez is not terrible or anything. I've had years where it's been all relief pitchers and stuff like that. So the Phillies Festival was, again, a great event, added a lot of stuff to my collection, was able to spend quality time with people and got to meet some players. It's just a great event, and I encourage anyone who has a similar event in their city to attend, to participate. If you're in Philadelphia, do the same. It's a great opportunity to get autographs in a kind of a stress-free environment to a degree. I'm not saying you don't have to hustle and you don't have to be on your feet if you want to get, a number of autographs, but it all goes to a good cause. It's fun. The players are, really nice and fun to hang out with, and it's just great. So I am really happy to add all these autographed cards to the collection, the autographed baseballs, and just so much more. So comment below, let me know what you think of all this great stuff at the Phillies ALS Festival. Check out the links shown on the screen right now, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great one.